degree, because I want to finish this out, we get to more substantive issues on this question of degree, because it's been pertinent, especially in this election, and it's come back, that this candidate X does not agree, this degree can be questioned, this one presented perhaps a fake degree or whatever it was in the last elections, and there we have it, the governors or that sort of thing. What is the correct position from where you sit of leadership, character, and the question of this degree? What is it that the Constitution and politics was trying to solve?
I think that's a very important question. I was part of the people who came up with this Constitution in 2010. With wisdom of hindsight, I think we need to revisit the issue of degree requirement for governors. One, because of what have happened, now we are even in CBC. Yeah, because now what is a CBC now for degree now for governor? Yeah, carpentry or what is it now? Even that. What are we going to do now? Because we have impugned, the same academic system that produced financial guy Moses Kuria and lawyer Peter Kaluma. We have already impugned it through this CBC.
So we won't need it.
So we will not need it. No. Can you imagine now, in coming years now, if we have to get a degree equivalent in a CBC environment, what are we going to ask people to come and do? Take the microphone and do an interview?
No, James, I disagree with
Moses. I go for a break.
You see, the Constitution talks about academic qualifications only for two positions. The chief executive of the country, who is the president, and the chief executive of the county, who is the governor. For the other positions, the Constitution says Parliament will by law legislate it. And we've been struggling, Moses, to legislate it. I think the academic qualification requirement is because of the roles, served by these institutions. If you go to Parliament, for example, Moses, in the context of the new Constitution, you want to deal with legislation, you're dealing with budgeting, you know how heavy it is, you're dealing with serious oversight issues.
If Bill Gates was to vie for governor of Homa Bay, would you vote for him?
Who?
Bill Gates.
We can't. Why should we? We can't. I mean,
I'm not really voting. This is a guy who didn't finish college.
Yes.
Bill Gates, the guy who revolutionized this country, the digital economy and all that. But because he didn't have that degree,
you see, Moses,
if he invited for governor of Homa,
Moses get it. The problem we now have, Moses, is that we have people, in charge of billions of money at the county. You have accounting officer going to them. Imagine there are people who did not have the capacity to understand.
Kaluma, I agree. Look,
what we are talking about,
James,
what we are talking about, James,
are you aware that the first governor of Nairobi was a
there
PhD?
must be the need for academic qualification for some positions. Cannot be gainsaid. I'm not saying that it should be overweighted against the other, ideals or virtues, but really there is need for a balance and some level of understanding of the roles of the institution is necessary.
Okay. I want to go to substantive issues. I want to take a short commercial break. I do have Moses Kuria and Peter Kaluma here. Moses is on the ground. I want to find out how his campaign is actually going on. I've seen some troubling things, but we'll hear from him.